Hello everybody, good evening and welcome back to another bonus stream for my Guild Wars 2 Let's Play series, where this is something I do every now and then, combining streams with my Let's Play series, where I am on my Asuran Engineer and I just want to play through some Heart of Thorns shenanigans, because that is what I have been recently doing in my Let's Play series, where we are getting pretty far into Heart of Thorns, but we still have a lot more to go. And of course, the Asuran Engineer that I am playing is the character that I want to play as a bonus character, that I've been playing as a bonus character in Living World Season 1 and Living World Season 2, and I haven't done too much stuff in Heart of Thorns with this character yet, which, of course, as I've talked about, Heart of Thorns is the end of this character's journey, where I want to highlight some other characters and whatnot. So I have some gear that I want to get on this character, which I think will be fun, but I also just want to spend some time checking out the scrapper more in depth, where we need to get hero points and deal with some lag spikes, where I always lag when I play on this account and stream for some reason, or it doesn't really happen too much on my main account, where I remember for one time I streamed I was accidentally recording and I'm not doing that, so that's good, that's all good. But I actually haven't even been into the silver wastes on this character, which I guess I haven't done all that much in Living Road Season 2 onto this character, but I did a lot in Living Road Season 1. Hey, I hope you're doing good. Thanks for liking the mushroom video. I appreciate it a lot. Looks like you're #1 chatter now. Top fan, actually, is what it technically says. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm glad you liked it. I enjoy making a video every year with my fiance. I think that's our 4th one now. It's very fun. I'm already thinking about next year. Not sure what I want to do yet though. Some say I'm a fun guy. Very good. I feel like there's some obscure way to get that going into like Fun Guy Old Wars 2 or something like that. It probably won't work out at all. Also, world's longest loading screen right now. I had that when I was logging into. Also straight into the cinematic, where I'm trying to remember, I think Heart of Thorns unlocks for the entire account once you complete the prologue story mission on a single character. But I think you do need to complete the prologue mission on at least one character in order to get into Verdant, Brink, and the rest of the maps without using a teleport to friend, I suppose. But I think since I've obviously done it on my main character in my Let's Play series, I should be able to just run over there on this character. Should work out well for me. And along the way, I should probably grab the bonus waypoint that's over here. Oh, I also have, I was cleaning up my inventory a little bit earlier. I have this Twisted Watchwork portal device that I want to use, where I think it sends us to a random location anywhere in Vanilla Guild Wars 2, as well as South Sun Cove. Okay, there's hidden depths. I always found this area very interesting, especially with like the windmills that are back up there. Any legendary Mordrum around? I should also make sure that in my masteries I'm going for gliding. There we go, because I think I still want to try to progress my gliding a fair bit. Okay, I can just run straight into Verdant Brink. That's good. I wasn't too interested in doing the story mission. I had like the thought that maybe I should do like all the story missions on all my characters, but I don't think I want to do that for this account specifically. Maybe my main account I'll do that someday in the far future. But into Verdant Brink we are, where let's go ahead and we are training gliding, and we can just try to get some experience for that. But while I'm here as well, I need to get some more hero points. I've already trained a good amount of scrapper. Or I do hope I get the advanced gliding at some point, just so I can feel safer while gliding. And then ley line gliding is going to be very nice, especially when I get onto my main character to finish up Auric Basin, because there's like 2 things in there that you need ley line gliding for. One of which you could also get with the new Hawk Wallow, or mounts, or teleport to friends, or other ways probably. It's nice that somebody's already doing this one. Got that. I love Heart of Thorns, such a good expansion. I agree. I saw a lot of people recently have been talking about really wanting something in the open world kind of added, or just like the open world in general, to kind of return to like the Heart of Thorns launch days, where the transition from like core Guild Wars 2 open world into Heart of Thorns open world was like a really big jump in difficulty. And I think a lot of people want that again, especially with like power creep over the years with each update and stuff. Where I have so many nostalgic memories from almost 11 years ago with Heart of Thorns. It was a really fun launch for me, just because it was like the first Guild Wars 2 expansion launch. But also like Heart of Thorns does still stand up to this day because of like how important the meta events are and like how much gold you can get. Especially with amalgamated gemstones and whatnot. It's very well designed in that way. I got this waypoint. Let's go back for the hero challenge. Visions of Eternity is fun, but it's really boring powering through it with new specs. Yeah, definitely. Especially since a couple of specs are a little overtuned, and I think Ritualist is still kind of overtuned. I haven't played it too much recently. I really like Visions of Eternity as an expansion, and I love the launch, or loved, I guess. It's been a couple months now. Or almost 4 months, wow. Time really flies. But I feel like I haven't really been spending too much time in Visions of Eternity recently. I still have like some more stuff to complete in the expansion, but I think Heart of Thorns as a whole, like, I just always return to Heart of Thorns, even on like my main character, where like I haven't done too much solo stuff recently. Argenthier Wilds recently. I guess I did the Of Mists and Monsters. Is that the event name? Meta event kind of recently. As in earlier today, I guess. I'm really excited for the next 2 quarterly updates for Visions of Eternity. Especially since I'm a big open world guy. So like adding new maps to the game is my favorite part of any updates. I really like that they slowed down the content drops to improve the core experience fast forwards for them. Yeah, I agree. I really like raid quick play, even though there's like a few issues with it that like people have talked about, especially with like bugs and like people joining and being dead and then not being able to participate and whatnot. But I really like the quick play system with fractals, and I'm glad it got introduced to raiding. And I do hope we see some more bosses added in the future. I think that would be nice. Saw a lot of people saying Gorseval should have been one, especially because Lextalion is in Bavanisos, and that fight is like very similar to Gorseval, so like a lot of people can learn Gorseval through an open world encounter. But what is your favorite map and why? It is actually one of my first top 10 videos I made a long time ago, and I made it before Soto launched. So there's like several new maps now, but I think in that video it should be Auric Basin. I talked a lot about being my favorite map. And I was like considering Lowland Shore as being a very strong contender for being my favorite map, but I think ultimately it still has to go to Auric Basin for many reasons. Where one, the map is just beautiful, an absolutely gorgeous map, and one of the most popular maps in the game when it comes to aesthetics, especially with places like Tyria and like Burnisher's Quarry being like such beautiful locations to go to. But also then all of the pylon meta events around the map are cool, but like Tyria in particular is such a cool, oh, is this script there? It's such a cool meta event. And maybe the meta event that I've done the most potentially, even more so than took a while to sun this. Especially like technically like back in the day when there was like the multi-map version of Tyria where you would like join like 8 maps. Where most people would only do it once and then go loot all the chests, but I like to hop between the maps and try to like get credit for all the Octavine kills before I had killed Octavine 100 times. Where like now I probably completed the kill Octavine 100 times, like at least 3 times maybe, not 100% sure. But then the lore of Auric Basin is definitely great. I love the story that goes on there, and I really love all of the achievements and like adventures and whatnot that are located in Auric Basin. It's a very exploration and like story heavy map, which is something that I like a lot, compared to like Verdant Brink being a map that's like a lot more chaos and like event heavy in the sense of like dangerous threats that you have to deal with. Or like I really like the North Pylon because you get like a lot of story with like the druids, and then you learn a lot about the exalted everywhere, of course. I also really like the southern meta. I forget the boss's name, but the boss with like the 4 wolves is really cool. Plus then like Auric Basin also has a jumping puzzle, which is like an okay jumping puzzle. I really like the adventures in Auric Basin. I think all of them are really fun. How do you look on power creep, especially in context of Tyria and, for example, Verdant Brink map meta? I think to some extent with any like live service game, power creep is an inevitability where it's like always going to happen. And I think it's really difficult in an MMO to try to balance around power creep because there's like hundreds of thousands of different factors between the skills and like what enemies can do in every single dungeon and fractal and raid and open world encounter and event and whatnot, where it's just really challenging to like balance all of that. And I think it's not too big of an issue with Guild Wars 2 because Guild Wars 2 has always been like a pretty chill and casual game where when it comes to like power creep in the open world, I don't think it matters too much just because of like the core foundational level of Guild Wars 2. Like everyone's just hanging out and relaxing for the most part. And it's more so of an issue when it comes to doing like old raids. Like especially Gorseval, because back in like Heart of Thorns, like you actually had to like glide. But then as people learn to fight more and as power creep has happened, you don't have to glide anymore during Gorseval. And it's actually bad to glide because you just lose DPS. And that's seen with like a lot of like older raids and whatnot. Or I think with like new raids, like they're always like pretty balanced, but then, you know, the new raid with Visions of Eternity, I don't know too much about it, but there's a chance that in the future it won't be too balanced. Tango Depths was the worst map in Heart of Thorns. A lot of people really hate Tango Depths, but I like it a lot. But it also just like clicked for me to some extent, and where navigating through the map like feels pretty easy for me just because I know all the little nooks and crannies and tricks that you need to understand in order to navigate through the map effectively. I have a strange take on power creep, although we are getting stronger by virtue of gear and optimized builds, but in the open world you will normally have less players, unless in a terrain it balances. I think there's like maybe a long-term benefit with power creep as well, where like it might be good that like the average player is just a lot stronger for like older content, like in Heart of Thorns, to make that content easier in some future of Guild Wars 2, like 10-20 years from now, where the game is like being sunset and like no longer developed, where it'll slowly become harder and harder to try to get groups for like open world metas, where having like players be stronger, so you need less players in order to complete a meta event. It's probably a good thing. But I think now that like Guild Wars 2 is 14 years old now, you'd be expecting Guild Wars 2 to be first in 10-20 years. That'd be fun. I think with like every game, like power creep is kind of just like one part of the game getting easier, just because like players really learn how the game works and like really optimizes the game in many different ways, where like as we figure out, you know, how to do things in an even better way and have even more well optimized builds, everything will also get easier. And that's something you see in every single game. Like people in 2004 raiding Molten Core in World of Warcraft, it was very, very, very difficult. And now like doing that same raid in like the classic version of World of Warcraft, it's like one of the easiest things you can do in any video game that's currently out. Just from like the virtue of people in 2004 had bad computers and bad internet and significantly less understanding of how the game works. And I think that's something we see in Guild Wars 2 as well, that like the average Guild Wars 2 player just like knows a lot more about the game, just because like there's so many resources online now of people who have figured out the game. We have so many like build websites and whatnot. Hi, thanks. I really appreciate it when people like my content. Like I managed to solo most of Modern Core as a hardcore. That's insane. That is actually insane. I don't think I've seen that. I played a little bit of hardcore, but World of Warcraft is kind of like the same thing with like Guild Wars 2 for me as well, where like my favorite thing to do is like open world content, where I like map completing Guild Wars 2, questing / leveling, and WoW. Same thing with like other MMOs. The only thing I've ever done in like Elder Scrolls Online is just like open world questing / their version of like map completing, getting all the objectives. I should check my training here. Got 49 points. Okay, I need 2 more hero challenges. That's how math works. I got confused because this icon looks like it's, where'd it go? The bulwark gyro kind of looked like it wasn't colored in, but it is indeed colored in. So I just need sneak gyro. Get this waypoint. The meta for this map is also going on. Maybe I should check in all the way down here in Heart of Thorns. Okay, there's nobody doing the nighttime meta currently. Oh, I should go to the flax farm. Oh, shoot. Let's go back up here, because I completely forgot about a world famous flax farm located under Jaka Itzel when I came through here in my first episodes of Verdant Brink. But all the way down here, I haven't been here yet on any characters on this account. Is this flax farm that I remember, especially back in the Heart of Thorns days, I had like several characters camped out here to get the flax for making, what was it, barrels for the guild hall, something like that, because you needed so much linseed oil, which you got from flax seeds. But I haven't even thought about like upgrading guild halls in a very long time, because I think I maxed out my guild hall slash like everyone else in my guild helping out as well, but I did like 30% of it. Okay, so many events everywhere. Could head. I should go get the last waypoint maybe. Then I have every waypoint in this map, which should be good to have. I really enjoyed this like random scrapper build that I just like threw together, even though I kind of forgot everything. I think I went more power centric, dealing damage, but also very tanky. I got toughness primary going right now with some power primary. Okay, let's grab this waypoint. There's also lots of events up here, but once I get this, I can waypoint back here now. Can maybe try helping out here. Also, I do so much damage with the rifle. I was gonna say, I should maybe be repping the hammer right now. Be on brand for a scrapper. This event must be really easy to complete, because I can just like respawn at this waypoint. Okay, let's rep the hammer. Get right back into the fight. I'm probably gonna die again. Almost got that jungle tendril. Oh, there's the ley line anomaly over there. I'm excited. Now that I'm in Heart of Thorns, I'll be getting to the ley line anomaly soon. Because, especially with the end of Heart of Thorns, and then into Living World Season 3, I'm going to start looking at a bunch of the side stories, which I'm very excited for, because I loved side stories when they were adding them, and they haven't really done too much of that recently. But like between content updates, they add like side stories with like each expansion and like quarterly update. But like all the White Mantle stuff leading into like Doric was really fun, and then just adding like an epilogue to Heart of Thorns was really cool, like a long time after Heart of Thorns was over. Okay, so Rampage in Mordrum. I could just go for some map completion, and then when bosses spawn we could look at doing the Wyvern really quickly. Oh, I always struggle with this Vista. It's over on this side. I think I did the updraft last time. To get to here. And then, oh, I went past. Wait, can I land here? Can I just jump here? Can I jump here from the other side? And then that works. Okay, to the guild hall. I kind of want to highlight guilds in a better way. I think in like episode 3 I like briefly took a look at guilds, but I should do some sort of episode just talking about guilds and guild ratio lots because it's in the name after all. But the biggest content would be like guild missions, and I probably wouldn't do too much of that. I don't want to organize all that. I am in a guild. I've been in a few guilds and guilders too, but in 2015 I joined the guild that I still currently am, where we have like, we're basically a private guild, but like we've done a lot of stuff over the years where we recruited a lot of people, got like lots of raids and stuff going, but more so recently we kind of just hang out by ourselves, where the core group of people I've been playing a lot of Path of Exile, not a lot of Guild Wars 2 recently, and I have not been playing with them despite repeated requests to. Or I'll probably play Path of Exile one day again. I haven't played in like 6 years or something. Okay, is that point of interest? Should I try to get the hero challenge up here? I think guilds and guild wars 2 are like a lot of fun, but I've like gone through all the motions with like guild stuff where like I'm not too interested in it anymore, because I've done many raid trainings and many raids in general, and like I've done every single guild mission. Other fun activities. There's a lot you can do with guilds if you get creative. I just came back to Guild Wars 2. Thanks for your videos. Thanks so much. Also looks like you're the #1 chatter now. Or you're tied for #1, but it shows you as #1. After quitting in 2012. Yeah, I started playing in 2012. And like I've obviously like taken breaks, you know, my longest break maybe being like 6 months in like 2014 or something. I'm not 100% sure, but Guild Wars 2 is like a game I've consistently played since I've started playing it. Maybe too much playing it, some would say, but it's like my favorite video game, so. I was a little nervous about this build in comparison to my Reaper build, just because Reaper is so powerful. But it seems like I'm obviously doing worse than on my Reaper, especially since I don't have as much engineering experience. It seems like I'm doing okay for the most part. Oh, after quitting in 2013. Yeah, I think a lot of people played launch Guild Wars 2 and really enjoyed the game, and then like as Living World Season 1 was coming out, didn't really care too much and then just stopped playing. I'm not sure how you felt about Living Road. Or season 1, sorry, not season 2. I'm not sure how you felt about season 1. I think the launch of Heart of Thorns is when I really started playing Guild Wars 2, like more than just like purely on a casual level. It was like 2015 is like when I joined like the main guild I'm a part of, and it's like when I started learning about like builds and like in-game content with like the introduction of raids, I guess, but also like fractals too. I took a break from Path of Fire until Gently Riled, now I'm hooked again. Yeah, I think Guild Wars 2 is definitely an interesting game to get back to, because you're still as powerful as you were, unless you quit before the Ascended update in like it was 2013, right? Or like, other than that, whenever you quit Guild Wars 2 and then you come back, you're like as powerful as you were when you left off. And like the only difference is there's more content now, / like balance changes and whatnot, so builds might be different. Okay, this hero challenge was really easy. I'm just very slow in the DPS department. Back then I remember the theory crafting was wild, and having the story unfold in real time was not my cup of tea. Yeah, I think there's a lot of cool ideas with like the launch of Guild Wars 2 and Living World Season 1 with the Living World, but I think a lot of people don't like the idea of FOMO, and like that concept of storytelling is kind of just like pure FOMO in some ways. I remember back in the vanilla days of the Berserker meta, it was like really the only viable thing. Or I think really it was like 4 Greatsword Warriors and like 1 Mesmer was like the optimal dungeon build, or composition rather, way back in the day. Where is this point of interest? Is there the cave? Is that right here? Yeah, I think that's what's going on. I think the entrance is over here. Here we go. I got my first precursor on the one-time event of the Karka attack on Lion's Arch. That was an epic event. Yeah, that event was really cool because it was pre-2015, so I was like still very, very casual with Guild Wars 2 and like didn't know all like what was going on. Also, like with the Karka event in like 2013, I was also 13 years old at the time, so like when it came to like gaming as a whole, like I had no idea what was going on. And the Karka event was kind of crazy because like I think I had like a Norn Ranger at the time, which I no longer have, and I was just like exploring the way for foothills at like level 20 or whatever, and then I noticed like the pop-up in the top right corner about like Lion's Arch being under attack, and I had no idea what was going on. So then I went to Lion's Arch on that character, and I was playing on like a very, very old bad laptop, and I was struggling with the Karka event just because so much lag, and then I had no idea like what to do. Honestly, great times. It'd be interesting to see if they did ever add like a South Sun like update to Living World Season 1. If they would like add the Karka attack as like a story instance that you could participate in. Because like I have nostalgia with that event, and like a lot of people, you know, who played like back in the day that played through that event, like obviously experienced that event, but that's like something that new players aren't able to have. Which like to some degree it's cool that like there's all these like one-time experiences that like shape the world of Tyria and you have to be there to experience it. But then that like goes back to the idea of FOMO and how that can be bad. Should check. Octavine's at 11. Okay. Let's get this area unlocked. Maybe I need to go around this way. These poor pack soldiers, I'm just ignoring everyone. I'm gonna lose that rally point. I think Verdant Brink is one of the harder metas to try to like organize. Just because you need like a good amount of people. Like a lot of other meta events, like you just need like a few people and you're good to go. Like Dragon Stand, really just need one tag and like a couple people in each lane that know what they're doing that can maybe out somebody. Where would you like the next expansion to travel to? This is something I think a lot about. And I think it like really throws me off with like stuff like Castora because it's like nothing that we really ever thought about before in lore because it's like brand new to the game. And I think that's so exciting. And I think with like a world like Tyria and like with the ideas of like game development could literally go anywhere. But I'm not sure nowadays specifically. I did do like a top 10 future expansions video, I think. And like I think that was before Janthir Wilds. And we got like 3 of my ideas in Janthir Wilds. Where as for like an area specifically, Woodland Cascade is probably my favorite area from like the idea of what the maps would be like aesthetically, because I'm like a big forest person and I love like the preview of the Woodland Cascades we got with Drizzlewood and how it like transitioned into the Shiver Peaks with Bitterfrost Frontier. And we got like Lowland Shore as well, that's kind of like Woodland Cascades, and like I think that's one of my favorite maps in the game. So just having like a full-on like Woodland Cascades map would be really cool. But like even with like Janthir Wilds, like we got so much like new random stuff just like thrown onto the map, or like the idea of like what's going on at the Highland Shore would be cool. But I think aesthetically Woodland Cascades would be the thing that interests me the most. Maybe as far as like brand new stuff that we have no idea about, but like loosely based on like the little bit about Tyria that we know, it would be something like the far north of Tyria, like into the tundras past the far Shiver Peaks. I think it'd be really interesting. I'd like to go to Zalana. I would love that as well. I think there's like a lot of really cool lore that could be done here with like harpies and like the human gods and stuff. Right, I really thought we were going to be getting like some more human god storylines, especially with like Mingus and like the hints to Lissa being a villain through Living World Season 3 and whatnot. But we just really haven't gotten any of that, especially since we've been like focused on like demon storylines. Because for anyone who doesn't know, before Guild Wars 2 released, the original like major story idea for Guild Wars 2 was going to be an angels versus demons storyline, like think like Diablo for example. But then they transitioned into it being a dragon storyline instead. So I really thought like with Soto, especially now that we were like done with dragons, that they would be returning to that idea of angels versus demons, which really does kind of feel like what's going on here with like Soto, because like the Wizard's Court and like all the vibes with Omnitus really feels like angelic. I think the next expansion will be in the Mists. I think that's actually a good guess, especially with like the story we have going on in Castora. I think it could really easily be going into the Mists with whatever the Inquest are doing with whatever the staff is called. I forget. I think for the last like story and content updates for Guild Wars 2, I really want like a globe trekking expansion, kind of similar to Living Road Season 3, where we went to the Ring of Fire and to Bloodstone Fen, to the Shiver Peaks and to Lake Dork, and then to Ore. I think that would be nice to like just have like a bunch of small maps and like random areas where we like do like finish up a lot of like random stories and chat with random people. But that might be an expansion that bores a lot of people. But like for me, who cares a lot about like the story of Guild Wars 2 and like the world building, I think that would be really cool. But yeah, aesthetically for me, Woodland Cascades, I'm not entirely sure about what storyline specifically I would want to do. Also, I completely forgot about Wyvern Matriarch, and I just missed that. There might be some other stuff going on. Let's go up here. They're slowly picking up all the pieces of the planned expansion Guild Wars 1, and the last place I haven't touched upon is the Mists. Yeah, we could also see the other profession that was going to be added. I don't know why I'm blinking on it right now. But we have the Chronomancer with Mesmer. Okay, no one's at this one. Is there... Can we use the one at Farron's Fire? Not sure. Yeah, I think having like just Joteka added or some sort of like mists would be very interesting. I do think a lot of people would maybe be not interested in like a mist expansion just because like we had Nios kind of recently, which is just like another planet in the mists to some extent. Oh yeah, we can't use this. And a lot of people didn't really like that, so there might be like some angst with something like that. Okay, let's just leave. Maybe we can go to Auric Basin. Oh, I can get this now. So I'm a master scrapper. Oh, and I got the scrapper's mask. Maybe we'll put here. Maybe I should throw this on. What stats can we get? Berserkers, Knights, and Wanderers. Maybe Knights, because I had that going. Oh, and I've also been running Scrapper Runes. And this has a Scrapper Rune, so that like perfectly works out well for me. I do... Which one do I like more aesthetically? I kind of just like the mask a little bit. But let's dye it. Where... Oh, right. Fashion. Yes. Wardrobe. And then... I forget how to do it. Like that? Okay. Ooh, do I want the glow to be like the glow I have in the alchemy gloves I got? Okay, and then like red outlines. Maybe there and maybe just there. Yeah. I had so much hype for the Foundry of Failed Creations, the last mission of Gently Wild, so it was a shame to just visit it in a story mission. Yeah, I think it's cool that we did get it with like the story, but I think there's like so much like missed stuff in the original Guild Wars that a lot of people have like a lot of nostalgia for, like with the Foundry of Failed Creations and like everything going on with Abaddon, now Cormier's Realm, which we got a little bit of in Path of Fire too. But like stuff like DOA and like the Underworld, like I think people want more and more and more of that. Okay, we can get the bladed gear here, but I need Itzel language, so I might start training this and trying to get this, because I want bladed gear on this character too, alongside the helmet. Yeah, I think a lot of people are pretty disappointed by the end of Janther Wilds. I liked it quite a bit, or a decent amount at least. It did feel very low stakes, despite it trying to feel like a high stakes thing. It just felt low stakes despite it. But like it kind of felt like a very like exploratory heavy expansion. So I think like for me personally, like I just naturally like that a lot more. I think it's hard to find a balance, or like sometimes things are like too action packed, where Visions of Eternity feels like pretty action packed, where then things like Janther Wilds feels a lot more casual, like story packed. So like people who really like action would like Visions of Eternity, and people who really like story like Janther Wilds. Or just like not necessarily story specifically, but like world building in general, like learning about characters and whatnot. Because there's so much like smaller stories in Janther Wilds that like really builds up like the Lowland Coden as like a people, and then there's like so many stories connected to like individual Coden that where you get to like really learn a lot about like many small random characters, especially like through the side stories and whatnot. Plus like the culture of the Lowland Coden as a whole I think was like really well done. But like to learn all of that, you really have to like take time to like really dive into like the random smaller stories and to like chat with people. Or I think most people, or like a good chunk of people, kind of just want to like blast through story missions and just like engage in like that content that way, which is like completely fine. But like people would have less of an appreciation for like stuff like Janther Wilds when they engage in content in that way, which is why I think Janther Wilds struggled to some extent from like the internet population, like, and their views on Janther Wilds. Or it seemed like a lot of people on like Reddit and forums and like kind of on YouTube just like didn't like Janther Wilds all that much. I think a lot of people also like the part of Janther Wilds that like they like the least is Bob and Isos, and I think the part of Soto that people like the least is Inner Niles. So I'm wondering if like a lot of people seem to be really enjoying Visions of Eternity. I'm wondering if that's going to flip again if people don't like the next two maps or the final map specifically. I think Janther Wild's slow pace was needed, going from a low to the high of Visions of Eternity. I agree. It's a really nice break, especially with like Inner Niles, with like all the crazy stuff going on and like all the demons everywhere, and with everything going on in Inner Niles and the Zakros siege and whatnot. It's like such crazy high action, and then into the craziness that is Visions of Eternity, and like what might be happening in the next couple of content updates. Some people think Tyria is going to end and we're going to get like a universe reset or whatever. It's kind of just crazy. Where I do really like the break. Plus it's nice to have an expansion that is like such a low Especially in comparison to every other expansion too. Because I think Vanilla's crazy, Heart of Thorns is crazy, Path of Fire and Ender Dragons too. It's all like super crazy high octane storylines of like the world ending. Like massive story beats, like with Ender Dragons when we basically become a god. Or in Path of Fire where we fight a god. Is this area open? I want this point of interest. Nice. Okay, kind of want to check Verdant Brink again. Can go here. I think I need airship parts. Is that the currency? Always blank. Yeah, airship parts. I wonder if there's anybody doing anything. Oh, there is. Commander. Where's the commander at? Commander's here. Up above. I don't know where this is going. I don't think that's Patriarch, is it? Maybe it is. Let's go check this out. Is that where Patriarch is located? I went past the chopper. This is not good for me. Okay, let's go up. Oh, this is where Patriarch is located. Okay, I can still get my amalgamated gemstone or whatnot. Okay. I think I was supposed to go the other way. But this is fine. I probably want the the rifle rather for this fight. Okay. Also got this point of interest. Let's throw this down. I have 75% participation. I should spend the next 7 minutes in this map. I think when it comes to the engineer specifically and with what I've been doing, I don't think there's like too much more like in my Let's Play series I really want to like highlight. Because there are all of the other elite specializations as well, but I don't want to deep dive like every skill and whatnot. Or I feel like I'm not a big fan of engineer elite specializations all that much. Mechanist is crazy, but mostly just because it's like so powerful for like so little skill needed in order to play it. Or I think I haven't really used Amalgam all that much. I've enjoyed it a decent amount. But Scrapper and Hollowsmith are definitely hard for a lot of players to play. I definitely have a lot of nostalgia for Scrapper. I've done a fair bit of like PvP Hollowsmith. I love the YOLOsmith spec. I think like the Hollowsmith weapons for like just bursting people down in PvP can be really fun. But I also really like Scrapper in PvP too. Just cause like, I guess it is true to its name. It feels like a very scrappy spec. Get a lot of damage going, a lot of defense going, and a lot of support going. It's like a well-rounded elite spec. Father of Wyverns. Oh, I haven't defeated the Wyvern Patriarch. Oh, there we go. Got tons of airship parts there. Not like 100 from that. I wonder if there's going to be anything else going on. There's 5 minutes remaining. Can work on getting this It's a language. just drop all the way down. Maybe I should have gone for a map completion objective. I think I got the only one really that you can get there. Okay, there's crashed air or helicopter here. Oh, here's a pack soldier that could help out randomly.
Thanks for the help. These supplies need to get through.
There's a lone pocket raptor just hanging out here. Oh, the pack soldier's going this way. Blow up that smoke scale. Okay, you're going up the hill. You're going to this one, which we do not own. It's a little scary. I do like this helmet. It does feel maybe a little weird with the other armor pieces I have. I think the goggles are maybe better. But I'll get the bladed armor and then I'll compare a couple pieces of bladed armor, maybe like the shoulders, maybe chest and legs. I'll compare how that looks with this helmet versus the goggles.
This is our last stand. We must fight to our last. Clear the area.
I do like the individual spec armors you can get, but some of them really don't match other skins. I agree. I really like both the weapons and the armor that you get with elite specs that are like on theme for that specific elite spec. I think it was just always fun. Oh, I'm gonna lose out on that event, but I guess I'll clear this out. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I don't think we got any weapons or armor for the specs with Visions of Eternity, which is unfortunate. Unless I missed something. I'm trying to remember the Ender Dragon system, but I remember it being kind of crazy. I don't think I got all the weapons, because I think you had to do a lot of strikes now raids in order to get like everything spec related from that expansion, or it felt a little more exhausting. Also, when Ender Dragons originally released, you had to complete the entire story on each character, which was crazy. But they changed it where you don't have to do it anymore. But especially compared to Heart of Thorns and Path of Fire, where there's achievements to complete the entire story on 3 characters for the different back items that you can get. The jump from 3 to 9 with Ender Dragons was kind of crazy, but you don't need it anymore, so I guess now it's like 0. Okay, this meta is about to finish. There's like kind of interest down here I could go for in this Hylic cave. And then maybe I'll go back to hanging out in Auric Basin. I could also try to go for an adventure. Okay, what do we get? Some experience? Only tier 2, so we really don't get all that much. go up here for a second. What do I need for the map completion? Maybe I should go for map completion too, just for fun. Where's Hero Challenge? Oh, Vampire Beast. Okay, I was very surprised I successfully did Vampire Beast on my Necro character, but honestly, I'm not sure if I'll be able to do it on this character. Oh, that's above it. Oh, I should have used my nighttime better. I can't get to all this. Okay, let's drop down here. I also don't really need to complete the map on this character. Should maybe try to prioritize experience gain. Let's grab this. Okay, let's see if anything's going on in Auric Basin. I should also try to get all the waypoints too. Speaking of mushrooms, highlighted this entire area quite a bit, including this hero challenge. Poke the mushroom. Okay, see how this goes. This build should probably be fine. Oh, I missed out. Such a short break bar opportunity. Oh, here we go. Got stun there. But we also got friends with us, so that makes this entire fight significantly easier. I'm already 21% complete with Auric Basin. Okay, let's get all the waypoints. If I see somebody doing a hero challenge nearby, I can go for that. Also, I guess I'll check in Heart of Thorns, Auric Basin this time. Bauble Farm, that's a farm I haven't heard of in a minute. And then somebody's due north.
We need help retrieving the Westwatch mirror pieces.
I don't even know the Bauble farms and maps other than Verdant Brink. Just because Verdant Brink is golded when it comes to that farm. Almost halfway to my next mastery. Also getting pretty close to advanced gliding, but I want to chat with you, so should also get exalted acceptance and up to New Hawk language as well. That is an old school farm indeed. It's one of my fiance's favorite farms. She likes it a lot. I remember the old Herald controversies where people just buffed everyone else and then AFK'd. But that squad in LFG had like 44 people, was it? So, seems pretty popular. Is it Vinetooth and Auric Basin? Am I bauble farming right now? Am I going to get a bauble from this? I might. I did not. On my next one, I'll get a bauble. I did progress this back plate a little bit though. Southwatch events are up. Saw Westwatch was also up. I guess the boss fight for this is up now. Could go for that. Then I'll get this point of interest too, which will be nice. I think this is just a veteran, so me and the one person that was actually doing this event should be able to do this pretty easily.
Your people can't win. Time favors mortal law. You are already dead. Release me. Death comes for you. Mortal
I do have a good amount of cleave with this build too. Oops.
Death comes for you. Open the door. You take the knife.
Got another CC in just a second. And I feel like I got the CC off, but I guess I didn't. Yes, let's kill this guard. Oh no, and the guard died. What a... It was like 2 unfortunate timings in a row. Where I thought I got the CC off, but it was just like a split second too late, and then I killed the guard just a split second too late. Luckily, it's so easy to run back here. Now re-engage the fight. There we go. Okay, I got this point of interest. Should keep in mind the south pylon as well. I'll come back in a moment. Just waypoint out. Oh, there's a guard right there. Second you waypoint out. The Stonehead and the Vinetooth are fighting. Oh, I got a bobble too. Nice. Nice 30 silver boost. Okay, let's go get the waypoint that leads to Tangled Depths. And then I can go up towards Eastwatch, and then I'll have every waypoint, which will be good. Then from there, not sure. Just random events and map completion. We are getting close to to meta time, so I'll probably try to do the meta. Also desperately need to clean out my inventory a tiny bit here. The prior explorer exploring the Maguma shovels. The time until Mordred Breach Tyria is 4 minutes and 38 seconds. We can do Eastwatch on this character. Where I need to get... I thought it was Bouncing Mushroom. Is it? Did I go past it? It's a little cave tunnel. Should be Guess it's not right here. Maybe it's further north? Nowadays, you just sky skill everywhere. Can also, like, do the mount dismount shenanigans. Here's the tunnel. With all the bouncing mushrooms. Maybe I'll run in all the way and grab this point of interest too. Vine-tooth den. As the vine-tooths appear. I feel like that's so cool. Plus, like, the massive boss fight during the Eastwatch meta. Let's get on to this. Series of 3 bouncing mushrooms. The old school way of getting up here. And then we have the final waypoint that I need. And the meta starts in 3 minutes, and we can try to complete the meta. Or the challenges for the meta. And the meta. But, oh, maybe actually first, let's get back here. I should join a map that's actually doing the meta. So, I guess it is very late in the day. We have north. This might be our best bet. Let's join. And we do have 2 commanders in this map, so this seems good. We do have 2 minutes. I don't really want to go anywhere because I don't have enough time to do anything. I'll try to get this, and then I guess I could also glance at this really quickly. Whatever. Exalted chest. I guess this is a good time to clean out my inventory a tiny bit more. Kill Stonehead for experience. I really need to learn to dodge here. Okay. Oh, that's a different Stonehead. This gives stability. So much CC. Oh, another one. And another. Okay, I was pressing dodge on that one, I promise. Okay, 30 seconds. Let's kill the Stonehead real quick. This was a good time killer. Okay, area CC. There we go. Progress a little bit. Where does the Eastwatch challenge portal appear? Is it this one over here? I think it might be this. So the Eastwatch challenge is fighting other players, and if there's not other players, just win by default. There's one person here. Wearing full legendary, not intimidating at all. Where once the challenge portal opens, got the bash in there. Okay. The challenge will begin in 2 minutes. Okay, I haven't done this in a very long time. So I'll take a swing, kick full and knock them down. What does this look like? Okay, so block incoming attacks. When we see somebody flying across the map towards us, we should dodge or press 3. What is this? Is this where we start? Oh, that one person left. For the achievement, we need to win. So the easiest way, technically, to win is to win by default. So if no one else shows up, that might be good for us. I also need the Westwatch challenge, which is the easiest of them all. Because you just have to spend Aurelium. And the game is like, you bid on the armor pieces where the Skrit are selling the armor, and it starts at 100 Aurelium and it goes down by 10 every set timer or whatever. So, oh, I won by default. Okay, let's go to Westwatch. Can buy some armor. But like, the idea is like you could guarantee get yourself the armor if you wanted by like bidding 100 Aurelium, or you can wait. What is going on here? Why is everyone here? Oh, is this the Bobble group? I'll bid 100 Aurelium. I failed. Okay.
You only wish you had my ears.
Everyone's leaving. This is so strange. So many bidders, yeah. Okay. Oh, they're coming back? They're leaving? Okay, I might not be able to win, but 3 seconds, I'm just gonna keyboard ASMR. Okay, I pressed it really quickly. I did not win. Okay. So in this scenario, there's not too much of a game in the sense of like trying to wait to bet at a lower price so you spend less Aurelium. And it's now trying to beat 50 people teleporting in and out. Oh, they're all doing it. Okay, that person won this time. This is fascinating. Okay, why do they leave and then come back? Because I actually don't know. Okay, so 1v1. Oh, 1v1. Okay, I think I did it first. Okay. That's so strange. So I got the armor, but more importantly, I got the achievement. Right, placed first in all of the outpost challenges around Auric Basin, which is exciting. But I've never had a challenge experience quite like that one, and it was with the Westwatch one of all things. But I wanted to do the Eastwatch, or the East meta, so I hang out in this area. But we have like 10.5 minutes. Maybe I could help out with the event. The event down here. No, the Bobble farm is in this map. Hopefully that doesn't really mess things up. I think East is my least favorite one to do, just because it's like so easy that I kind of feel like I'm just wasting time by being there, because you don't really need that many people in order to do it, and like my efforts are better spent literally anywhere else. But for the sake of an achievement, I'll do it. There we go, complete that. I'm already at 106% participation, which is nice. But let's go try to do a hero challenge or two. There's a dead person up here. Let's get up here quickly. This is the least efficient way. Okay, what's going on? Okay, so this person started the fight. try to kill this guard first. Let's hope this one person comes back. Might be that one I see flying in. Let's kill this warrior. Yeah, this is nice for us. And now it's just us versus the boss. Okay, pretty easy. Can try to go get the stuff south of here too. Also, when it comes to hero points, I don't really need them anymore because I've maxed out Scrapper now. Oops. But I still like getting them just to unlock something on the map. Feel a sense of completion. My Mark 1 Golem is playing with the Rolling Devils. I forget what these mortar bombers are for specifically. Maybe just to try to ruin our day. But I guess they don't deal any damage to the Vine Tooth. Thanks for stopping in and saying hi. I really appreciate it. Thanks for the great conversation. I hope you have it's a good rest of night for me. It's almost 11 p.m. here. I hope you have a good rest of the day or night wherever you are. This is another hero challenge that's like pretty easy, but I feel like I just don't deal a ton of damage. But I guess I did go for kind of a tankier build, so just kind of checking out. There we go. Still 5 minutes remaining. Let's grab this Vista. Point of interest is down there. And then maybe I should check south on this map because it looks like the south is completed. So we should be able to just walk down towards that point of interest. Just like on my Necromancer, I won't be able to complete this map for a bit until I get more masteries. I'm getting pretty close to finishing It's a Language. I'll get a lot of experience from Tyria, so I should be able to finish this up. Okay, we got just the one point of interest. Could go around to the east and grab this one really quickly. Could check to the west to see if somebody's done Balthazar, but I think I'm definitely going to need some help if the boss is up. This poor dead new hawk. It's nice to navigate the southern part of the map when the events around here have been completed. Oh, Blade Master Salona. That's what the boss is called. With her 4 cool raptors. You can see all these pods here. Growing Mordrum. Lots of sharpshooters. Hello. I hope you're having a good evening or whatever time it is for you. Just playing some late night Guild Wars 2 right now. And it looks like the Avatar Balthazar is still alive, so I'm going to completely ignore that. And I just realized I missed getting this point of interest over here. So I should go grab this. And I also need to pay attention to the fact that the assault is beginning soon, so I should go over there and be ready. Around here, drop down, and there we go. Okay. I guess let's just go to Eastwatch and wait. I could kill some more Stonehead, waste my time doing that, and get CC'd a ton. Break the break bar and deal so much damage. I guess the break bars on the Stonehead are like so important. Deal with these 2 snipers and then let's line up. Ooh, I almost threw myself off the cliff. There we go. I love the launch personal battering ram. It's so fun. Just obliterate them. So this is what I'm saying with Eastwatch, where I kind of feel like I'm a waste whenever I come to Eastwatch, because like you only need like 5 people. We have like a bunch here, and my services would probably be better spent at any of the other ones. This is the Bobble group. There might be a lot of people at west, so going to like north or south would probably be good. Maybe for what I currently have, north would be better than going to south, because I don't really have any knockbacks. I guess. Oh, this is a 450 launch, so that should be good. But I need the achievement from doing the Eastern meta, so let's go hang out here. I could also be kind of lame and grab this Vista real quick since I'm right here. I'm gonna, yeah, I lost there. Okay. Everyone just skips. Grabbing the bombs. Guess you don't need too many people for that. I also need updraft mastery, which we do have. instantly start fighting. I hope I didn't have to break any of the shield for an achievement. I feel like it's so hard to do. Okay, let's not kill. Now we're just gonna run back this way. Or east is gonna one burn. Oh, east did not one burn. That's kind of nice. Just to give south like an extra 30 seconds. Worst case scenario, that south messes up horribly. I guess I could maybe, since I have the opportunity here, throw a few bombs this way. Though I think I messed up somehow there. Okay, south is burning now, so now it's time for East Watch to go, but everyone's currently AFK too. That's how East goes. West needs one more. There we go. Now we can help out. So I guess you have to throw the bomb onto the Octavine itself, not like at its feet. Or whatever you would consider its feet. I'll be able to get the hero challenge in here too, which is nice. Dropping bombs. Just participate in the assault. And it's a language. There we go. Should I train exalted lore maybe? Go back to gliding would probably be good. Lots of experience here. Also got the East Commendation, separate achievement that I also need. And I can't open the chest. Correct. But I can go get this hero challenge. Which maybe... Do I want exalted acceptance? Probably. Might as well get it. That solo was like the big thing I wanted. I think getting exalted acceptance and the next two and New Hawk is good. But gliding is just gonna be so nice. And then I think maybe I'll just get the big chests because I don't really care too much about opening every chest like you're supposed to, but I'll get the bigger rewards. And I will not interact with the aviator's memory box. And I will try to clean up my inventory. Press of a button helps a lot there. Gemstone. Okay. Then from here, I don't really know what more I want to do. Or I just want to stick an Auric Basin over to Brink. Because I don't want to progress further than my main videos right now. What's going on with the build? Oh, I never selected the Grandmaster trade. So Function gyro has additional charges, no longer has a recharge penalty, and grants barrier. Grant boons to nearby allies when you successfully combo a field with a blast, leap, or whirl finisher. Your function gyro is now a blast finisher. And then gain stability when you gain might at or above the threshold. Might grants bonus power. Maybe I'll take applied force. That seems really good. Okay. Let's go to Maguma's Breach. Now that we have the necessary mastery, I want to chat with the Itzo here. Because I want to look at a couple of the armor pieces that are available. Let's don't head those up down there.
Wow.
It's a mastery vendor.
Thank you so much.
Where I'm interested in the bladed armor. The biggest one that I am interested in is the bladed shoulders. So let's go ahead and buy this. This is a special Heart of Thorns armor set that specifically is from Verdant Brink. And you can buy it that way, and you can also get it through like 1 a day from getting like tier 4 on the meta event, which is a bit harder nowadays. But you also get like this bladed armor achievement. But specifically, let's try to clean up my inventory just a tiny bit here really quickly, because I have so much stuff going on. So my stomach just growled there for some reason. Should maybe sell some stuff. Can sell the commendation. Okay. What stats can we pick? Oh, a lot. What is it? Power, toughness. Oh, so we do have Cavalier. Okay, let's pick that. Maybe, but I think I'll just keep the ones I currently have equipped. So I can keep this in my inventory, and I have the skin unlocked. But in my wardrobe, I can go ahead and select this. And then in the dyes, maybe I want red on the spikes there, the bladed part, and then blue on like the cloth parts. I guess it's red there too. I think that's cool. It changes up our character just a tiny bit. But then there's also the chest piece and the leggings. Where, let's take a look at, oh, is the chest piece through a very specific thing? Let's check. Goes to bladed chest box, coat box. Oh, this one is from the Wyvern Matriarch Glorious Chest. So you can only get this during the meta. I do kind of like the chest piece I currently have going on. Could also do like a bunch of PvP for this if I really wanted. Okay, let's buy the leggings. Use up all of my airship parts, but that's okay. And then I will get the medium armor one. It's the one I want. And then I guess I could also should maybe pick different stats, but just for fun, let's go there. And then into the wardrobe, I can replace my sneak thief with bladed leggings. And then Could dye maybe the inside blue and leave this little armor there red. There we go. Got some Heart of Thorns equipment going with 2 bladed pieces and my scrapper's mask, alongside a classic sneak thief coat of vanilla and 2 Living World Season 1 weapons. Plus I got the packed rifle and also the scrapper's hammer, which is fun. And then a hardwood harpoon gun, we just ignore that. Got a character that really kind of personifies this era of Guild Wars 2 when it comes to armor in some ways. A little bit of everything from every era of this part of the game. Which with that, let's just go do some more random events just for experience. Or I could also maybe try to do some of the challenges around here. I could go for gold just for fun. I'll check LFG just to see if there's something going on. Bob was going. The meta's still technically going. Though it should be done in every map. Let's come over here because we have this adventure where we have to use the flamethrower on everything. We could try to go for gold. It'll probably take a few runs. Is there swiftness mushrooms that we want? Maybe. Got the wreck at the lethal vantage. Oh. I was not expecting somebody to be on the turtle there. Oh no, that's horrible. I thought I got out of that. Okay, this is my very strong warm-up run where I'm not going to do good here. Oh, I got blown up by the bomb above us. Okay, that's 2. That's definitely not a gold run on my part. There's a rich mithril vein up there. Throw that. Get this one blown up. I'm missing. Throw that one there. Okay. There's another shot right there. That's always tricky. Oh, almost got thrown off there. Okay, not much time left. I definitely wasted a lot of time here. Lots of room for improvement. Let's get up here. We can at least get silver. Lots of room for improvement there. Okay. Let's try to do better this time. Oh, I swear I was dodging. Must have been just a frame off. Oh, I didn't get blown up that time? That's strange. Tinder up there this time. Okay. Doing better. Got the tendril through the wall there. That's good. feel like this run is very unoptimal. Oh no. Oh, 5. I might have had that if I didn't get stunned right at the end there. But I'm just doing a little bit better. Is there... Oh, there's a lot right there. If I had hit those, I might have gotten it too. Okay, why aren't these explosive shots going off? Okay. I feel like there's a lot of like little tricky tendrils that are just hanging out in like random areas. Sometimes they just don't want to burn. Like that one. Sometimes the exploder shots don't want to go off and you want them to either. Okay, let's run back. I think I'm slower than last time, which is bad. I think this one was like a little buggy for me though. Okay, can I throw those and then run this way? Oh, I'm sure. Oh, I got it. 110 with less than 2 seconds remaining. Very nice, but I got gold. Tendril Torches gold. Another mastery point for me. Lots of experience, which is great. Let's come over here, grab this Vista. And then I can go this way. Guess I could do the adventure over here even though I got gold on it. But I need the point of interest too. Fight the Stonehead real quick since this person is. Quick event for us. No baubles in this map currently though. It rotates between Auric Basin, Tango Depths, and Verdant Brink, I believe. Currently in Auric Basin. Salvage pit. Okay, let's give this one a go. The Waking Tomb. Where is a golem when you need one? Look at that Asuran voice line. We didn't get that fun voice line on our Savari. Oh, I got hit. That's not good. Yeah, the speed boost mushroom is very good in this one. Dodge is like extra strong too.
Oh, my back.
But not needed. Some more experience for us. Getting close to finishing The exalted acceptance, where we can start buying things from the exalted. But I think we can try to get that and then go back to advanced gliding, and I'll work on that, of course. And then maybe after I finish gliding, the new hawk lore is going to be nice. This mushroom king. What points of interest am I missing? Lots all around here. Let's go to Farron's Flyer once again. And then, okay, this point of interest is the boss, right? But this one over here we should be able to get. And then I should dismount, and I'm gliding this way through this tree. Let's not land on or hit anything. That's so fun coming like through the tree and then suddenly Caustic Itzo's here. Okay.
Where did I go? You'll never know.
Okay, go grab this. Oh, point of interest.
Another easy run.
Baroness Jasmina's parties venturing further into the jungle. Could try to get scrap materials while we're in here. Oh wait, we need this point of interest. Can maybe just help out with this event, why not? There's a lot of people in here doing this event. Try to pick up a handful before running back. But I won't go that far because there's some more up in here. Plus one right here. Completing this event will probably finish this mastery for us, which is good. Already got that. Scout here too. Okay, let's turn these in and see how far we get. Okay, not that far. Love these plants. Okay, lots of scrap in here for us. There's a lot of people in here that probably have some scrap in their inventory that can all go turn in and probably finish soon. Let's get this scrap and start heading back. There's also mussels here for us if you want. I don't think they really sell for that much, right? Oh yeah, there's not even any buy orders. Gonna have to add a mussel sink at some point. Oh jeez. Oh, the scrap in here is also respawning. Oh, the event's being completed. Okay. Let's just go turn in the rest of our scrap for fun. If I can get up there in time. Might not be able to. I have to delete the scrap unless it automatically gets removed. Go ahead and delete that. Good thing I turned some in. But here's exalted acceptance for us. So some more exalted to go, but I don't care too much about those right now. New Hawk's definitely interesting. And Itzel's definitely interesting too, especially for the mushrooms
The defenses
and
are
the
finished,
poison
Master
lore.
Marco.
But I
Camp is ready
think
to defend against any
gliding is nice,
Oh,
and I can try to go for that currently.
Your training. Yes, fine. But I have
Advanced
a
gliding
condition.
and leyline gliding will definitely be
Once your training
very
is
good for
complete,
us. Oh, I'm
I
at the
never
dreaded
see
mastery
you
rank.
again. Not ever.
Ah, yes, I see. The Swordsmaster must travel the world. It would be a terrible waste for us to stay in the same locale.
Yes, exactly. Whatever you say. Agreed? Very well. Your training begins now. Let's see how you handle some of my soldiers.
I do kind of regret this relic.
Very good.
Relic of
then.
the Golden
Remember the
Rancer,
old
is it?
training
Yeah.
dummy golems? They've been upgraded. Try your skills against the Mark IV.
Nice hit, Lord Brink.
Lord of the Jungle. Heal or enhance Lord Farron to support his training. There we go. I think I gave him some might.
Not bad, but a true swordmaster must be prepared for anything. Ready yourself.
That was a surprisingly good attack.
I feel like a good chunk of people just spend most of their time in Guild Wars 2 cleaning their inventory. So many items you always get. Got HF Entropy again. 25th time on this account.
You're doing better than I expected. Beat me, and your training is complete. Are you ready? I move so fast. I'm an army of one.
Oh, wait, we're fighting over here.
Don't teach you to mess with my boy, Lord Farron.
Forgot to open one back there. There we go.
Stop! Enough flailing about. Your training is complete.
Are you sure? Perhaps just one more lesson
Should
on
check.
that quick and twist maneuver.
No,
In
no,
here,
you're definitely a master
we
now, Baron.
got Patron of the
Leave me
Nobility.
Baron, people are
Right, there are
suffering,
2
and
more
we need
events
to
in this
pass now.
chain,
If only we could get a signal
but I
above
also
the
missed a
canopy.
bunch as well.
I saw some tall ruins when we were crashing. I think I can find them.
You do that. I'll stay here and defend the camp. Marius and I will stay too.
Wrath.
I'm sure you'll be
Soup
fine.
time.
Swords master.
Swordsmaster Farron. That does sound good. Follow me to adventure.
Lord Farron in
We're
all
on
of his
our way to
glory.
higher ground. Will you help us get there?
Yes, I'll stick around for last 2 events in this event chain, then might head to safety and in stream because it's starting to get very late. Give me Spider. Always be getting more and more items. Guardian of the Six. This is fun. I can preview this. I could unlock it on my account. Okay,
Look out!
let's just salvage.
Disruption protocol.
Salvage it with a bad salvage kit for that purpose, but whatever.
Follow me. This way.
Hylic Tongue, or for Hylic Historian. Got all the beaded armor. I'm surprised I hadn't gotten a Hylic Tongue in my adventures yet. It's also like the Gra one, right? Gra Archaeologist, cool study. But I got the Gra Paw. That's so much damage to that rat. Another
You
flame
don't stand a
spinner
chance against
with the
Swordsmaster Farron.
flax. Also, harvested sickle. I just wanted to harvest the airship cargo, or open the airship cargo. Guess I'll kill the Itzo first. Okay, now let's try. There's still one there. Got 28 airship parts remaining. Let's kill the Shadow Leaper so our friend can rally too.
We get into this mess.
I think Heart of Thorns is the hardest like masteries to get experience wise because you need so much. And then Iceberg Saga is the hardest to get mastery point wise because they don't give too many out there.
Help! Help! Over here!
Stop yelling. That airship is too far away to hear anything.
Airship? That's not an airship. Look out!
I could fight the Wyvern on my own, but why don't you get in a little practice too?
That's a very cool entrance for this Wyvern boss. Nice stun there from our team. Should be able to get a lot of damage in.
I knew being a swords master involved saving damsels. Loincloth may not have been the best choice at the time. We could run. No, I'm a swords master now. I have a duty.
And there we go. Finish the rest of the events at Noble Crash Site. And let's run back towards Mukuma's Breach. Except at the classic standing in the fire. Hello, hello. Back to Shipwreck Peak. Clean my inventory real quick. And then I do think I'm going to be ending stream. Clear all this out real quick. Just go the fast route because I don't care too much. Alright, I definitely got a decent amount done in this stream in both Auric, Basin, and Verdant Brink. Got some new armor pieces for this character too, which is fun. But I hope y'all enjoyed watching this stream, where it's fun to just sit back for a little bit and relax and play through some Guild Wars 2, especially on this Asuran Engineer character, because we are approaching the end of my adventures on this character. But thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your evening or rest of your day wherever you are.